filthy animal, and a Happy New Year.
This is the main event, Mark's Podcast. I'm your host, lifelong wrestling fan, former radio guy, cat and dog dad. And if you are listening to this podcast right now, the time is now. I am Troy. And today we are honoring the legacy, the career of John Cena, the man from West Newbury, Massachusetts that struck it big in the WWE. That's an understatement. Struck it big in Hollywood, and he is a gigantic star in and out of the wrestling business. Some people call him the greatest of all time. It's up for debate. As always, with that kind of stuff, the GOAT debate will live on and on forever. But he made a huge impact in wrestling. He's making an impact in Hollywood. I have been a fan of his in and out. Like, I can't say I've been like a huge dedicated fan. I did follow his career because he debuted when I was a teenager. I followed his entire career up until retirement. And, there for a while, I hated his matches. I thought it was like the same, like, crappy moves he does every single time. They all look like crap. But man, the crowd loves him. Can't deny that. But then he started to step it up. He started to add some new stuff into his wrestling repertoire, and he was just tearing it up. He would get in there with just anybody and put on just a banger of a match. CM Punk, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens. His run is his last run as United States champion, where he was doing the open challenge thing. Just chef's kiss, masterpiece. Just masterful stuff. It was awesome. Him and Sami Zayn, I remember. I want to say he took on Cesaro in a pretty good match. It was just, I enjoyed it. I loved his feud with Rusev there when they were going back and forth. But yeah, I started off a huge John Cena fan when he first turned babyface, and for the first time in his, well, I guess technically he started as babyface. Then he went heel with the white wrapper thing, and he did that for a while. And then he turned babyface. I was a big fan, and ever since then, he's just been, strap a rocket to him, he's off. And he's been the face of the company, the hood ornament of WWE, doing great stuff. There's not enough you can say about John Cena. He's done it all, like I said, in and out of the wrestling business. And he's making quite a name for himself in Hollywood now. He's Peacemaker. I think that's officially done. I think season 2, they said, was it. But, he might pop up in the DC universe again. You don't know, whatever. But he's doing other stuff. He's in the Fast and Furious universe. You never know where he's going, what he's going to do next. I'm sure he's got a bunch of projects lined up. But, still, he's not a bad actor. He's a good wrestler. He's put on some classics in the ring. We're not going to go over the classics today. That will be next week. If you want more John Cena, I'm making this because John Cena deserves dose episodes. You know what I'm saying? But for any long-time listener to the podcast, you'll know that we always open up. We do the pleasantries at the beginning, and then we go right into the news and notes of the time. Whatever event we pick, Greg and I, we would cover. I would dig up news from like about a week or two around that time leading up to the event. And big news stories, some funnier, minor news stories here and there. We covered silly stuff, serious stuff, whatever, and then we would riff on it. And honestly, I loved covering the events, but the news and notes portion was my favorite part of the whole show. And I went through our archives and dug up whenever we mentioned John Cena in a news story. And that's actually episode 1 of the 2-parter for John Cena we're doing today. I felt that I wanted to dig all that up. And some of these news stories, the subject of the story is John Cena, but we kind of start riffing and go in a different direction and talk about, whatever peripheral to the story. But we try to keep it on subject. We have some fun with it. Some of these news stories are a lot more serious than others, but all in all, they're all about John Cena. And that's what we're doing here. We're honoring him. And so before we leading into each of these sections, because some of them are like follow-up stories to other stories that we covered in the podcast, so it doesn't make as much sense out of context. So I'm going to add context leading into each of these clips, and then at the end of the show, I will tell you what to expect next week. But first, let's just get into it. First, we're diving into a news story from WWE WrestleMania 19. That's as far back in our archives as I could find a John Cena story. He actually didn't make the news a whole lot because, well, I mean, and I'll say this, everything he was in the news for was something, it was nothing that he did negative. Some of the news stories are negative where somebody did something to him or he hurt himself, but there's one, he's kind of the bad guy in the story, or one of the bad guys in the story. We'll get to it. But for WrestleMania 19, John Cena was supposed to have a rap battle, and we talk about that. So let's get into that right now. According to rumors, the rapper Fabulous was supposed to appear at WrestleMania 19 for a rap battle with John Cena. Allegedly, that hits a snag when Fabulous has a run-in with the law. I'm shocked.
I'm sorry, you said allegedly, and I didn't hear the soundbite.
Allegedly!
Anyway, there are also rumors that nobody wants to do a rap battle with Cena because they believe that WWE crowds would boo them in favor of Cena. I mean, yeah, they're probably right. Bruce
You
Pritchard
could bring in Snoop Dogg, who probably would have been universally cheered.
Yeah, right.
And we know he likes wrestling, so how hard was that?
Well, apparently Bruce Pritchard confirms that WWE was having conversations with LL Cool J and Jay-Z as well, but there were scheduling conflicts with both of them. And this was during the time, by the way, where getting Jay-Z was not completely unrealistic.
I don't think LL Cool J is a rapper, like a freestyle rapper, though. Does he always do like R&B?
He was a rapper. I mean, what was that? Mama Said Knock You Out? I mean, but I don't know. Apparently they were talking with him. They said the only reason he couldn't do it was because he had prior engagements. I can't remember if he had like a tour going on or if he had a show he was filming. I don't know. Jay-Z couldn't do it. Apparently he had some filming he was doing. So now in today's like 2023, they're not getting Jay-Z. Like that's not even a conversation.
You couldn't get Vanilla Ice.
Oh yeah, like bring his ass in there, dust him off. I like
Guarantee you, I'll bet my life he had nothing going on that year.
Oh, what are you talking about, man? He probably had a cameo in some comedy film he was popping up in.
Was he in the real life ones too?
I think so. He pops up every now and then in like random comedy movies where he'll just like do a cameo as himself.
Yeah, and like basically let the character crap on him. Hey, you're that white rapper that failed in the 90s. Ha ha ha. No, whatever, the check cleared.
Yeah, right.
That'd be my attitude.
Yeah, right. He's like, guess what? I still tour around singing that one song that everybody knows, and then I get the F off the stage and get paid. So good for him. I guess he wins.
People knock one-hit wonders so much, but you know what? If that one hit made him a millionaire, maybe you should shut your mouth.
Yeah, right.
Just saying.
I hate the ones who cry about it. Oh, only the one hit. It's like, yeah, how much money did you make off of it? Shut the F up. All right, and our next story here, we are going to get into TNA Lockdown 2006. And the story here is, and that is, if you want to listen to the full episode of this, by the way, it is episode 44. You can go back and hear it all. I loved the lockdown event from TNA, so we covered a lot of them. But either way, if you this story here is it's about crowd issues at a John Cena autograph signing. We'll get into it in the story, but yeah, it's a little nuts. According to the Lowell Sun, at a recent John Cena autograph signing in Massachusetts, 12 police cruisers had to be called in to help control a rowdy crowd of 1,200 fans. The event was overbooked and people got angry. There were no arrests, although one person was struck by a car in the parking lot. That person suffered only minor injuries. Yeah, people be flocking in Massachusetts to see John Cena, man.
How many rap battles do you think that he had to have that day? Because I was coming off the rapper gimmick. Yeah, yep. I couldn't imagine being him at one of those autograph signings during that time.
Oh man, yeah, that would have sucked. But
every wannabe white rapper in West Newbury comes out to see you.
Yeah, right. Moving on here, we go to a news story from TNA Lockdown 2007. It is episode 97. If you guys want to go check out that whole show, we actually covered the entire pay-per-view calendar year of 2007 for TNA on the podcast. So if you are interested in that at all, the good, the bad, and the ugly, we cover it all from 2007. It was one of our favorite years in TNA history, so that's why. But this story is about John Cena appearing in his first movie ever, or starring in his first movie ever. It's about him in The Marine. John Cena's The Marine has now pulled in $28.73 million.
28,000?
Yeah. $28.73 million in domestic DVD rentals as of April 8th, according to Home Media Retailing. Remember when you could rent DVDs?
My first question is, what is a DVD rental? Second question, what is a DVD?
Right.
Those are dying.
Everybody out there, 3 things to Google: Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, and Family Video. There you go. And then, put in the city you live in or grew up in, and then follow it with video. It's probably off. Yeah, probably. Then, for DVD, look up digital video disc. They still sell DVDs like all over the place. Like Blu-rays are obviously popular now, but I see a ton of DVDs. Like especially like in Walmart, that's mostly what they sell is DVDs. So
I think they are some of the more higher selling media still. So
yeah, oh yeah, because I mean like the bargain bin and stuff like that. It's 100% DVDs. We're moving on now to our next story from episode 112. It is TNA Victory Road 2007, and it's just about a John Cena appearance. Not a lot of context here is needed, but we'll get into that right now. Aside from Vince McMahon, John Cena was the first WWE performer to make a high-profile television appearance in the wake of these events. It's patently obvious that he's saying exactly what the company wants him to say. You can't expect anything else from somebody currently under contract. Cena is the most likable and diplomatic spokesman WWE has been able to find. Yeah, because The Miz isn't really a thing at this point. I mean, he is, but he's not.
Yeah, now he's probably the most known one outside of wrestling that's still competing regularly.
Yeah, right.
Gotta be careful I word that, because someone's going, oh, no, he's not that. I'm like, okay, currently active.
I honestly don't think he's that bad of an actor either. Like, I don't know why he's not in more high-profile movies. Like, everything he's been in has been kind of like straight to DVD, made for TV, whatever.
His show is great. If no one watches it, it's freaking hilarious.
I've seen bits and pieces. It's entertaining.
Great. Yeah.
My favorite thing I saw, and this was not a show, but like I had seen a clip, somebody clipped this out of a stream. Like I think it was on Up Up Down Down, where like Reese is like just screaming at him off camera because he was being so damn loud on a stream, and she's like on a teleconference.
That's happened on the Major Pod a couple times, and you can hear Chelsea banging on the door telling Matt to shut the hell up. This is really happening.
Oh my gosh.
And then Smart Mark leaves it in the damn pod, and we all get a good laugh.
I always love that. Like when podcasters' phones go off in the middle of the podcast and they leave it in. They're like, oh. My thing is with Cardona, it's like, okay, you have a regular podcast. This is like a second career you have, or well, at this point, it's almost his main career.
Well, he's got a torn bicep right now, so it is his main career.
Yeah, right. So my thing is, how do you not have a soundproof like studio at this point?
Well, it's a long thing, but like he's looking to get a new house because he needs a bigger toy room. Shocker.
Oh my God.
So it's kind of like a basic house. So I mean, oh God, that's my dream too. So you go to hell.
That's just funny. It's like, I mean, I'm not hating. It's just funny to hear. It's like, I need a new house. So I have a bigger toy room. Like, oh my gosh, like that's kind of funny. Cool.
Ultimate dream is to have a whole room dedicated to toys.
I want my next house will have I have an office, but it's also going to be like a soundproofed like nerd room / studio / office. So it'll be like tri-purpose. Next up in the lineup from episode 118, it is TNA No Surrender 2007. This is about the Pro Wrestling Illustrated 500 list that John Cena landed on, and you can pretty much guess the order of his appearance on this list, but let's get into that now. The 2007 Pro Wrestling Insider 500 winner is once again John Cena. Magazine on newsstands September 25th poses the question as to whether Cena has surpassed fellow back-to-backers Bret Hart and Steve Austin.
Surpassed in what?
Yeah, it's like in what way? I mean, he has not to this day.
Stardom, he's probably surpassed Bret Hart, but he's not surpassed Austin. But
yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, and this isn't me putting down John Cena's work at all, because he's had some great matches, but it's really hard to be a better worker than Bret Hart. I mean, that's kind of a small class. Star power.
Kurt Angle, Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
That may be about it.
Pretty much. Now, star power? Yeah, sure. I mean, not in Canada, but, everywhere else. Steve Austin, though, no, he hasn't surpassed him, and to this day, he hasn't surpassed him in drawing power, because, I mean, Steve Austin was like the top guy during one of the biggest booms in the history of the industry. So it's not really Cena's fault.
Oh, no. Steve Austin was the boom.
Well, yeah. Yeah, after
without him, there's really nothing to talk about, so.
Yeah, right. When he was on top, that was just like, that's like you hear the stories about like people always wanted to be on the card with Hogan back in the 80s. Like, there you go.
Yeah, right. I'm losing a job and making him look like an idiot. I'm getting paid.
Oh, yeah. Well,
it's literally what a couple people said.
Yeah, well, Bruce Pritchard said the first thing people would look for when they got to the building was they didn't care who they were facing. They didn't care if they were winning or losing. They looked to see if Hogan was on the top of the card. And if he was, they're like, yes.
Good night.
Yep. Moving on now, we move on to a bonus show, actually. It is for ROH Undeniable from 2007. It is actually our bonus show from October of 2023. If you go back in the archives that far, it's ROH Undeniable 2007, and the only undeniable show, actually. And we're talking about John Cena needing some surgery. Getting into that now. Former WWE champion John Cena underwent surgery to repair a fully torn pectoral tendon. Oh, man. The pectoral tendon was torn when Cena's arm was pulled behind him during the hip toss spot with Ken Kennedy. Statements from WWE and Vince McMahon himself have placed Cena's return timeline at somewhere between 6 months to a year, which at best would be April 2008. That is effectively ruling out a match for Cena at WrestleMania 24 in Orlando, Florida. Yeah. Yeah, he's in that triple threat. Now in the archives, by the way, WrestleMania 24.
This is the year he chose the Royal Rumble, I believe, right?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. Freaking Super Cena, man. I think this was the first time we got to see quote-unquote Super Cena coming back from an injury like that?
From an injury? I believe so, yeah. Rumor had physical therapy for his torn pec was Sean Laurinaitis, but I can't confirm that.
Hey, John, I hear you're having issues with your pec. I'll oil it up for you. I got the best massages.
Yeah, we're very close to him being his father-in-law.
Right.
That's kind of creepy to think about.
Yeah. Hey, John, it's John again. How about I come over and oil up your pecs? Cowabunga, dude.
It could be John and Johnny.
Yeah, right. Just think about it. You can also be a dynamic dude. Cowabunga.
I don't think they ever said cowabunga in Boston.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they are close to an ocean, but I don't
I feel like it's a California thing. I don't know where it originated. It just feels like SoCal to me. I mean, I know it originated on Ninja Turtles, but it just feels like SoCal.
Yeah, right. Next up in the lineup, we're going to episode 122 for TNA Bound for Glory 2007. Like I said, we covered the entire TNA 2007 pay-per-view calendar in full. If you want to go back to episode 122 to hear our review of that entire event for Bound for Glory that year, we are actually there's a couple of stories going on for John Cena here. We'll dive into, but we'll get into that right now from episode 122. On the October 1st, 2007 episode of WWE Raw, WWE champion John Cena suffered a complete tear of his right pectoral muscle. The severity of the injury required surgery the very next day. With Cena expected to be out of commission for up to a year, he was forced to vacate the title by Mr. McMahon.
I remember this. It was in a match against Mr. Kennedy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, obviously I watched it because I watched all wrestling consistently around that time. So I've seen it. I don't remember that specifically.
I want to say it was just the hip toss, the one where Cena does a hip toss and comes down on his own ass. You know, he does that move.
Yeah.
And that's what did it, apparently.
Wow. Weird. Some of the things, like the routine stuff they do, it's just like the body's like, well, this time I don't like it.
Not for me, dog. It's for somebody else.
Right. Well, what was he out for a year? I forget when he actually came back.
He returns at the Royal Rumble, so I don't know how the hell he comes back so quick.
Oh, so that was the time where he came back in MSG?
It was.
Okay.
Keep in mind, Cody has the same injury and still projected, well, coincidentally be at the Royal Rumble as well. But his happened in, was it June?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, right before Hell in a Cell. I don't know. I mean, I don't get it.
Yeah.
People say that man's Superman. They might be literal.
Yeah, I know. I've never seen anybody ever recover from injury like John Cena. I just don't get it. Prior to his injury, WWE was considering John Cena versus Batista for WrestleMania 24.
They'll have that WrestleMania 26.
Yeah, he just mentioned,
and a SummerSlam before that.
Well, he does come back at the Royal Rumble. I forget, WrestleMania 24. Who the hell does he take on? Is it Triple H?
And Orton.
Oh, okay, that was the triple threat, right? Well, who the hell did Batista face then?
That was that famous match with Umaga for bragging rights.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. Did we review this WrestleMania? Because all this sounds really familiar.
I don't remember.
I don't.
That's Ric Flair's retirement WrestleMania, if that helps. But
oh, okay, yeah, we did. Okay, so
then we did. Now in the archives.
Yeah, now in the archives. Back, I think it was this past WrestleMania season. Yeah, okay, we did it March 30th show this past year, WrestleMania 24. Now I remember, because I was like, man, I remember having to sit through that damn match. I mean, more than once.
It's been Batista messed up the Batista bomb worse than the Elite did on Luchasaurus.
Good Lord.
Man, yeah.
I didn't see that one, so
you don't want to, or maybe you do. I don't know. Depends. They try to shield bomb, and Kenny Omega falls on his ass, and it's a mess. It's a mess.
Wow. Yeah, leave it to the originals, man. Did they consult John Moxley beforehand on how to do that properly?
You would think.
Yeah, it's like, hey, how do you guys do this
Moxley
every night?
and Rollins are rather bigger dudes, and the Bucks are just twigs. So there's a difference.
Yeah. Well, who was doing the power bombing?
Omega.
Okay. Well, he should have been able to herk his ass up there.
You would think.
Yeah. Whatever. But this is odd. There will be a future episode of Family Feud featuring WWE superstars, which was taped in August. The format of the show is men versus women and will include MVP, Booker T, Batista, John Cena, and Mr. Kennedy. Against Candice Michelle, Layla, Maria, Michelle McCool, and Sharmell.
That's an all the way live team.
Yeah, that's the women aren't bad either. That's okay then. Trucking along here to episode 127. Jumping ahead a few episodes, it is TNA Genesis 2007, and we're keeping with some of the same subject matter, sort of. And what I said at the top of the show, this is about somebody doing something to John, and now he's not very happy about it. Neither is WWE as a whole. It's John Cena taking on CNN for their misrepresentation of his comments. John Cena is requesting that CNN apologize for the way that it portrayed his answers regarding steroids during the documentary done by the company's special investigation unit titled Death Grip Inside Pro Wrestling. During the replay, Cena's answers had to be altered after complaints from WWE. WWE posted the unedited interview on WWE.com, which clearly shows that CNN edited Cena's answers out of context, which made it sound like if he took steroids, no one would ever catch him or prove it. Okay.
I remember this.
I don't remember that one, but
I don't know how the hell they got away with that.
You mean to tell me that a documentary was a quote unquote documentary was done and they edited some answers to make somebody look like a piece of crap? That never happens ever.
No. The media is usually pretty fair, all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's no bias ever. All right, especially against pro wrestling. And this happened on
especially
CNN.
The big cable networks, by the way. So there's that.
Yeah, I know. And
just
to play it fair, there was this, and then I saw the other day somebody had asked Kevin Nash to comment on. He did an interview on Fox News right after the Benoit thing, and they're like laughing at him and saying he's not super credible with his answers, whatever. And he's getting pissed. He's like, "Have you ever freaking done steroids?" He's like, then I think I'm a little bit more credible than you guys are.
I hate the media, all of them.
I know. Why would you have somebody on your it's like I hate that. It's like it's pro wrestling. Let's have them on to laugh at them. Like, yeah, okay. You're so important.
Did you ever see, you've seen Rush Hour, right, with Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Do you remember that part when they were talking about getting him to go babysit Lee, and the guy flat out says, "Hey, we're going to humiliate somebody. Might as well be LAPD." Is that how like cable feels about wrestling? We're going to humiliate somebody. Must be pro wrestling. Like, you know?
Yep.
Is that what they're doing?
I guess. Like, they do that crap all the time. Like, I don't understand why pro wrestling has just been deemed like the worst thing on the planet. It's like, it's just another form of like acting and athleticism. It's like, yeah, it's a unique thing, but it's like, why is that the whipping child for everybody?
Keep in mind, networks of Fox News and CNN probably show horrible stuff within their dramatic shows weekly. That's fine, though.
Yeah.
They air shows that involve like killing and rape. And all. Yeah, it's just scripted TV. So, I'm not knocking it, but like, that's okay to show. Pro wrestling, oh, hell no. It's evil.
Well, that's scripted entertainment. It's like, yeah, so is wrestling.
The hell did I just say about these shows?
Exactly. Moving along here again, we jump up to episode 131 for TNA Turning Point 2007. It's about John Cena was supposed to appear, allegedly, supposed to appear on the #1 reality show of the time. He was going to be a contestant on a show, and didn't quite work out. We don't know why. We don't know what the hell happened, or even if the rumors were even true to begin with. But we talk about it here again. It's from episode 131 from TNA Turning Point 2007. Former WWE champion John Cena has been dropped from the Celebrity Apprentice television show to set to start airing in the beginning of January. Cena, along with other celebrities, was caught in New York City by TMZ cameras while filming a task last month. NBC released the names of the participants to the media this week, and Cena's name was not on the list. No reason was given as to why he's not appearing on the show, but since he's rehabbing his injured arm, it's probably something related to that. I mean,
never heard
maybe?
that.
Yeah, I never heard anything about that. I never watched a second of The Apprentice, so I don't know anything about it, but, whatever. Apparently it was very popular when it was on, so. We're actually going back quite a few episodes here because before we decided to cover the entire 2007 calendar year, we actually covered a couple of events from 2007 earlier. So this is actually episode 88 from TNA Against All Odds 2007. And what we're doing here is talking again about John Cena's The Marine and some news coming out about that movie. And again, the entire episode is episode 88, TNA Against All Odds 2007, now in the archives. The Rock's movie Gridiron Gang finished #1 in DVD sales and rentals last week. You remember movie rentals?
What the hell's a DVD?
Right. It made over $5.2 million. Meanwhile, John Cena's movie, The Marine, is the #1 DVD rental in the United States. The movie is at the top of the Home Media Magazine video rentals chart for the week, earning an estimated $6.3 million. Yeah, that was John Cena's first role.
His Marine was okay, but I thought The Miz's was better.
Never cared to watch The Mrs. Marine.
It's pretty good.
I stopped ever because you remember the second Marine was Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, that one blew. But if you're gonna stop because of that, you're really doing yourself an injustice. This is a good one.
That's not why.
The Miz is actually good acting.
I've honestly never seen. I don't think I've ever seen The Miz act outside of WWE.
Well, if we all get our way, he's going to be Johnny Cage in the new Mortal Kombat, which I'm for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would do a bad job, but then again, he would have to be able to do the splits.
Well, there is that.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's going to fit the bill for that one, man. But we'll see. He's got the look, bro.
Good Lord. How'd you get that one?
Wasn't. I always get it in. Gridiron Gang. I don't remember like. It was a good movie. It's just not one of them where I'm like, oh, dude, you remember, when you're thinking about The Rock's filmography, you're not like, oh, dude, do you remember Gridiron Gang? Like, that was so good. I thought it was pretty decent, though.
I thought his only good early movie was The Rundown, I thought.
Dude, that was awesome. I love that movie. Sean William Scott and Christopher Walken.
Dude,
Rock.
Stifler in it, dude. Take my money.
Damn right, man. The Scorpion King kind of sucked. The Tooth Fairy sucked. Well, I guess if you're talking
everything
about
after The Mummy 1 sucked, okay? But that's a different story.
That's true. I used to like The Mummy too, and then
Mummy 2 was decent. I mean, it's tolerable, but
well, the thing is, I liked it as a kid when it first came out, and then I watched it again as an adult like a couple of years ago, and I was like, why did I ever like this? This movie sucks. I mean, compared to 3, it's a masterpiece.
I mean, if you stop at the first one, dude, it's a freaking classic. It holds up to this day.
Definitely, yeah.
And then takes a nosedive after that.
I know, yeah. I will say, besides the Rundown, another early Rock movie that I really liked was The Game Plan. That one was really good.
That's what we were experimenting all the hot movie stars in family roles, right? Because right before that, Vin Diesel, no coincidence, did The Pacifier. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. That one wasn't bad either.
I liked what's his name from Everybody Loves Raymond. I love that guy. He's hilarious.
The one
the big dude.
Brother. Yeah.
No, he was the principal. The brother in that. Yeah. What's his name?
He played
Brad Garrett. Brad Garrett.
Yeah, Brad Garrett. Yeah, he's in all those Jimmy John's commercials now.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it's just the way that he gets me. He's hilarious.
Right. We're finally out of the year 2007. We're moving on to 2008. This is from episode 151, TNA Lockdown 2008. It was my favorite TNA event of the year. Yeah, Bound for Glory was the big one. Their version of WrestleMania, as close as they could get in a soundstage, you know what I mean? But Lockdown was always fun to me. I know it was a ripoff of War Games. Don't care. I know the every match is inside of a cage stipulation was a little weird at times. Don't care. It was still fun. But TNA Lockdown 2008, episode 151, we are actually talking about John Cena filming his second movie ever. He was in 12 rounds. We'll get into that right now. John Cena did not make the trip with WWE overseas because he's currently filming 12 rounds in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Yeah, he should have took the trip and had some movie.
Yeah. Did you not like 12 rounds?
I did not.
I actually liked that one. I thought it was pretty good. That one and The Marine, I liked. They're both.
I did like The Marine.
I mean, they're both kind of corny action films, whatever. But I don't know. I thought they were decent. I didn't watch.
I feel like the only WWE film movie I ever liked was The Condemned.
Dude, that one, I saw that one in theaters. That was awesome. Cena usually has Mondays off for filming so that he can work Raw. However, it was a different situation because WWE is out of the country. If you haven't noticed here yet, we covered a lot of TNA in the archives, but this one is, if you want to hear the full episode, is episode 108, TNA Slammiversary 2012, jumping ahead 4 years from our last story. This story is actually about, well, some backstage issues that went on in WWE allegedly between a member of the Spirit Squad, a multi-time women's champion, and John Cena. And that former member of the Spirit Squad is spilling the tea online, like a real adult man. But we're diving into that right now. Like I said, episode 108, Slammiversary 2012. This was a big thing in the rumor mill at the time. I was like, my God.
Rumor and innuendo.
I forgot all about it. Ken Doan, formerly Kenny Dykstra from Kenny from the Spirit Squad, has continued dishing.
Man, I gotta prepare myself for this one.
By the way, it took me a while because I'm not a big baseball guy. So I was like, oh my gosh, he's named after Lenny Dykstra, the baseball legend. It's like, duh.
Yeah. Phillies, right?
Yeah, well, it's like, who the hell came up with that? It was like, Kenny. Oh, we'll call you Kenny Dykstra. Like, yeah, because, that's a timely reference.
He is a legend, to be fair.
He is,
but,
yeah.
He didn't a timely one, I'll give you that.
Yeah. But anyway, he's continued dishing dirt via Twitter regarding John Cena and Mickie James' relationship years ago. Like a true adult. Doan, who was at one point...
I thought this was going to be something good. Sorry.
At one point, he was engaged to James, and he says that he discovered she had been cheating on him with the Cenation leader when he oversaw her online searching rumors concerning her act of infidelity. James then confessed her unfaithfulness to Doan in a dramatic episode. On Twitter, Doan wrote, quote, "She was Googling Mickie James and John Cena dating. I asked why. She broke down crying. Then I heard more from others. She was checking to see if it was on the net yet," Doan recalls. Quote, I feel bad for Magnus. Nice guy dating a ... well, end quote. Doan also says that Cena got him transferred to SmackDown while Cena and James stayed on Raw.
Well,
I don't know if John Cena would have given a damn if he was on Raw or SmackDown, unless he was causing crap backstage. I mean, even then I could see, it's like, hey, I don't really want to have anything to do with this guy.
Sounds like high school BS.
I know. Like, really?
Also, I'm not saying it's okay, but just because someone does it once doesn't mean they're going to do it again. So
Yeah, right. And apparently it's worked out for Magnus all these years. So good for him, by the way. Jumping a little further back in the archives, back to episode 99 for this next story here. It's another TNA event. It is TNA Lockdown 2012, and we're talking about when the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, returned to the WWE and went after John Cena. We didn't get too deep into it here, but it led to a big return for Brock. It was kind of weird. He comes back and loses right away to John Cena with his big return match. But, whatever. It was still a cool return. Everybody's head blew up, but it was nuts. But anyway, if you want to hear the full episode, again, it's episode 99, TNA Lockdown 2012. Let's get into the story. Brock Lesnar is back in WWE. He returned on the post-WrestleMania 28 Raw that took place on April 2nd. He came out in the last segment of the show to attack John Cena. And we get the meme of Brock Lesnar guy in the front row.
Who's at every damn show to this day wearing the same shirt.
Right. Yeah, Brock Lesnar coming back to WWE, man. This was huge news at the time. I
didn't think it ever happened.
Yeah. I mean, rumors swirled for years. Oh, he's coming back now, and he's going to... And I always was... Same thing I do with most of those rumors. I'm like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, whatever. And I don't put any stock into him. But he showed up, he attacked Cena, and then they faced off at Extreme Rules. That was something. And didn't Cena get busted open by him?
Oh yeah, badly.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was trying to remember. It's like I thought he did. WWE Champion CM Punk, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, JTG, and Kofi Kingston have all been rumored to replace Randy Orton in WWE's The Marine 3. Wow, that's a random ass list. The Marine 3, starring Kofi Kingston.
I got a Miz.
Yeah. Oh, wait. The Marine. Yeah, because wasn't the Marine 2 Ted DiBiase?
I think so.
Yeah. And the Marine 3, that one I heard nothing about. It's like it went straight to DVD. And the Marine 3, I think, also went straight to DVD, but there was actually some fair buzz around it. So, and I think.
Yeah, because the Miz is a megastar.
I think the Miz was in at least 2 or 3 of them, I want to say.
2 for sure. I don't know if it was 3, but 2 for sure.
Yeah, because there was one of them that Summer Rae was his co-star. I want to say it was Marine 6 or 5, whatever. Yeah. But because the movie is co-promoted with 20th Century Fox, WWE wants a big-name star in the movie, and the number of guys at or near Orton's level are limited. The movie begins filming in June, so we should hear something soon. Yeah,
I want to do another movie. Yeah, I have it on my video account.
Orton?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in 12 Rounds 2.
12 Rounds, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, which was actually pretty good. I didn't much care for 12 Rounds 3. That one had Moxley in it, or Dean Ambrose, whatever. I like the first one. Second one was good, but yeah. Orton, however, the whole reason, if anybody doesn't remember this whole thing, they announced that he was going to be the Marine in the Marine 3, and then people were like, wasn't he a real-life Marine, and he got thrown in the brig for going AWOL? And so there was a whole thing about it, and so WWE decided to pull him. Yeah. I don't know if he or
it's a freaking movie, dude.
Yeah, I know. John Cena, I don't know if anybody knows this. John Cena is not a real Marine. He just plays one on TV.
So therefore, Orton's closer to being one than him.
Yeah, right.
So it's kind of reverse logic there, huh?
Yeah, right. Cody Rhodes, I don't know. Yeah. John Cena coming back would have been all right. Did you see CM freaking Punk playing the Marine?
No, I can see him playing a prisoner or something. He's got a tattoo body.
Fry cook at the Waffle House. Does anybody remember that insult?
A guy cooking meth, as MJF would say.
Oh, good Lord.
What do you think the CM stands for? Cooks meth.
Good God. Wow. Do you remember that, though, with the... That was like my favorite line from Kevin Nash, where he's like, he looks like a fry cook at the Waffle House. Oh, that was great.
Why do you need fry cooks at the Waffle House? Man, around here, I just put them in the toaster. I don't know about you.
Well, Nash had to hit him back with something after he was like, click is just a sound that your knees make when you walk now. Man, they had some They had some good ones. This next episode we're going to dive into is one of our first. It's actually from episode 9 of the podcast. And we're going to be covering his match from this event in the next episode of the podcast, talking about John Cena. But here, we're talking about a couple of stories about him. One of them being him making Make-A-Wish history. This one is from episode 9, WWE SummerSlam 2015. This was a very special episode to me and Greg because we were physically there at SummerSlam 2015. At the time, it was the biggest SummerSlam ever. We went to the very first ever NXT TakeOver event in Brooklyn. Big, good time. First time I ever met Greg in person, actually. So it was a very memorable time. So this episode is very meaningful. If you go back and listen, you can hear a lot of personal stories and anecdotes from the weekend or the week. We were there in NYC a whole week. But this is about John Cena making Make-A-Wish history on episode 9. John Cena underwent surgery on July 28th for a broken nose suffered in a match the night before in Oklahoma City against Seth Rollins.
You can't see knees.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the way the nose was broken affected his breathing, and he just freaking obliterated Cena's nose with that jumping knee. Boy, it was bad, dude. And yes, I bought that shirt going into SummerSlam that said, "You can't see knee." One of my favorite shirts to this day. And
he's a huge Seth guy, by the way. I don't know if anyone realized that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was big into Tyler Black, so here's some positive news. Finally, at the end.
I don't see what was not positive about all the porn and racism, but whatever.
What the hell? WWE promoted John Cena's granting the 500th wish, which will actually take place on Monday before Raw at the Barclays Center. Since the founding of Make-A-Wish in 1980, no other celebrity has granted the number of wishes as John Cena.
That is crazy to me.
I know, right?
We were, forgive my math, 35 years into it here?
Yeah.
Good Lord, man.
I know. And John frickin' Cena. Not Hulk Hogan, not Michael Jordan.
I'd even say at this point, like at that point, even right now, like you could throw like LeBron James in there or like some big names.
Yeah. Cena still holds the crown.
I'm going through puberty on the podcast. I don't know my voice crack. It's crazy though.
Yeah, it really is nuts to think about John Cena. And, you and I, well, I don't know if you've ever cared if he's babyface or heel or not. I know me and others have always said, it would be cool to see a legit heel run out of Cena, but stuff like this, why it never happened, man. He said he never wanted to be heel. McMahon never wanted him to be heel for his merchandise sales and the Make-A-Wish stuff. So
clearly when you see stuff like that, you think back to 06, 07, 08, 09, and people are getting burned out on them, and you were hearing the crowds. That just tells me that tells me that means nothing. What you hear in the arena is what you're not, is what's, there's so much more love for him that's not in that arena that night. That's what that tells me.
Right, yeah. And the adult fans are more vocal, I would say. But, parents were buying Cena merch up like crazy for their kids. Little kids don't have money, but their parents do. Parents are the ones buying this stuff up.
Oh, little kids have loud mouths, though.
Yeah, that's true. Good stuff for Cena. I remember Daniel Bryan, I think, was doing a Make-A-Wish in Dave & Buster's in Times Square.
Yeah, that's right.
What, was that before SummerSlam or?
It was before NXT. No, I think it was like on a Friday because we were there at night.
That's right.
We were there at night. So, but we saw Stephanie McMahon there too. Remember?
Yeah, and I got a picture of her posing for a picture.
TJ was perving a dish.
Yeah, a little bit. But we went up there, because you have to go up an escalator. It's like on the second floor or whatever. And we went up there and we were going to go to Dave & Buster's and they had it all blocked off. We were like, what the hell? And couldn't find out it was a Make-A-Wish thing, and Daniel Bryan was going to be there. Stephanie McMahon was posing for pictures, so that was pretty cool. But yeah,
I'm sitting there like, Stephanie's here. Where the hell's Triple H? I got to see him, but he was not there.
Yeah,
I was heartbroken.
Yeah, this little nerd over here. Finally, we are wrapping up the show here. This first of 2 John Cena dedication episodes. Thank you, Cena. It is from episode 147, another event that Greg and I were at. My one and only WrestleMania I've ever attended. It's WrestleMania 34 from New Orleans. If you want to go back and listen to that one in full, again, you'll get some personal stories from the week that we spent in New Orleans, hanging out, having a good time. WrestleMania 34, the story here is some rumors going around about John Cena. Doesn't need a whole lot of context, but let's get into that right now from episode 147. With rumors about what The Rock and John Cena will be doing at this year's WrestleMania, they're both out doing press for upcoming movies, Johnson for Rampage and Cena for Blockers. I never saw Blockers. Rampage is one of my least favorite Rock movies. It was like they put a rooster in front of the word Blockers, so you get it? Get what they're saying? Yeah. Like him and his wife are trying to. His wife is Leslie Mann in the movie. They're trying to stop their teenage daughter from having sex or whatever.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be a raunchy comedy, and even in the trailer, he's like doing a beer bong in the butt or something like that. It looks effing weird. I was like, yeah, I think I'll skip this one. But while on Jimmy Kimmel's show, Johnson addressed the status of his beef with Cena and good-naturedly explained that the two are now best friends. However, according to The Rock's new interview with Rolling Stone, he's currently nowhere near best friends with former Fast and Furious franchise co-star Vin Diesel. He said, quote, "Vin and I had a few discussions, including an important face-to-face in my trailer. What I came to realize is that we have a fundamental difference in philosophies on how we approach filmmaking and collaborating. It took me some time, but I'm grateful for the clarity, whether we work together again or not. But I wish him all the best, and I harbor no ill will there just because of the clarity we have." Actually, you can erase that last part about no ill will. We'll just keep it with the clarity, end quote.
I feel like he's just got problems with everybody.
Yeah, it's becoming that way. Like, you know, if everybody blamed Vin Diesel around this time, and now it's turning around where it's like, maybe The Rock was an a-hole. Because supposedly he was a big Richard to Brendan Fraser in the second Mummy movie, too. So keep in mind, Brendan Fraser was like one of the top action movie guys at the time. But he said The Rock came in and he's like, well, I'm going to be the next big guy. Which, I mean, to his credit, he was. We're wrapping up the show here. Thank you all very much for listening. Those were all the stories about John Cena that we've had here on the podcast. I only included the ones with me with a co-host. I didn't do any of the ones from recent episodes from the past year. I felt they were a little too recent. I just didn't want to throw them in and do all that. So I wanted to go back in the archives and enjoy the good old days of the podcast when I had co-hosts and all that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed all of that. Next week, I will be covering some match reviews here. We've got... I'll just tell you the lineup for next week's matches, and maybe you can go back and check out the events before I physically talk about them. We will run down the entire match, blow by blow. We give our review of it. We give the star rating, all that good stuff. So if you want to hear that, next week we're in order. It's going to be WWE Judgment Day 2004, Great American Bash 2004, WrestleMania 21, Vengeance 2005, SummerSlam 2005, Survivor Series 2006, Great American Bash 2007, WrestleMania 24, Money in the Bank 2011, SummerSlam 2015, Royal Rumble 2017, and WrestleMania 34. So if you want to hear us run all of that down and talk about it in full, then definitely tune in next week. Also, you can go back in the archives and listen to the full event reviews from all of that and any of the shows that I mentioned today. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you liked it. Thank you, John Cena, for such an awesome career and being an awesome dude. And the GOAT. You can't see me, but I will see you all next week. Later!
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!